Hello, fellow traveler, priestess, warrior, or wanderer. Welcome to Sleep Tarot, where we do tarot card readings in a slow and quiet style, similar to those late night radio shows. Before we begin, please keep in mind that this is a broad reading, so if you find a strong connection to any particular theme or idea during the readings, bring it along with you on your journey. And if not, let it float on by. We're going to be doing a pick a card reading, so we're drawing 3 cards. But before we reveal the cards, we are going to assign an item to each. This way, you have an opportunity to choose your reading based on how you resonate with the items, and then a second opportunity once the cards are revealed. Perhaps the card reveal will reaffirm your initial choice, or it may open new pathways for you to consider. Remember, you can always choose one or all of the readings, and that choice to explore is always up to you. Okay, we're going to assign an item to each, but also this is an all signs reading, so we will be drawing the signs, the zodiac signs for each card as well, and this can apply to your sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so these are totems, and these are actually game pieces from a game called Hive. But I've been practicing, we do have a lot of crystals, but I've been practicing finding found symbols because I find that to be kind of fun. Seeing symbols throughout the day in general is fun to see how they can represent different things and have different meanings. So, before we reveal the cards, we're going to start with the bee. This could be like the queen bee. We have a grasshopper. And an ant. Okay. So we will reveal the cards now, and then we'll draw the zodiac signs. For the queen bee, we have 10 of swords, an end of a cycle, of an idea too, and the beginning of a new one. For the grasshopper, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Boldly going into a new, charging with your strong ideas, making decisions, perhaps a little brashly. And for the ant, we have 3 of Pentacles, working in a team, specialized knowledge. Okay, so let's draw the zodiacs now. We're going to randomly pick 4 stones for each reading. For reading number 1, we have Aries. We have Libra. Leo. And Aquarius. For pile number 2, we have Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and Taurus, which leaves our final 4 for group 3, and that is Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Cancer. Okay. Alright, let's begin with group number 1. But before we do that, please remember to subscribe. It helps so much. You don't understand, for this channel and such a new stage of the channel, your subscription does wonders for the help of the growth of this channel. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing so that I can see you again soon. Okay, let's begin with group number 1. reading number 1, I don't normally do this, but I'm recording this after the reading. If you chose this pile, I would strongly urge you to watch till the end. This was one of the most potent readings I've ever done, and it's important to see the final cards. Also, I have honestly never seen so many of the same cards coming out in the same positions, so this is a very powerful message, and I hope it resonates with you well. Okay, let's begin. Hey, group number 1, how you doing? So you chose the Ten of Swords, the Queen Bee, or perhaps you chose this reading based on your sign, which was Aries, Libra, Leo, or Aquarius. This can be for your sun, moon, or rising. Okay. Oh, we had 2 there. We're going to be drawing 5 cards to begin with, and we will continue drawing cards later on. So, okay. I hope you're doing excellent today or tonight, whatever time of day it is for you. And no. Okay. In your current position, we have 8 of Wands, sense of movement, a lot of things happening. Very action-oriented. Perhaps you're going on a trip. Perhaps you are moving. Okay, in the past we have a decision. It was hard to make, either or. Blind to what the results would be, there was really no way of deciding whether or not it was the right choice. But you're on the move now. Okay, in the past we had Queen of Swords, so you had a position of authority, perhaps, where you had to make a decision. You were given the power to make a decision, that's for sure. Kind of a royal decision in some ways. This is an interesting beginning. So now we're moving. Where are we moving to? Here's the future position. We have Queen of Cups. Interesting transition from swords into cups. Looks like hard work. This could be a move, but also could be putting in a lot of effort into work of some form. Could be school, or it could be in the office, or it could be, well, it could be within friends. But right now we're seeing mostly decision-making, movement, and into a sense of authority in emotional well-being. Okay. Moving on into the 5 of Swords. Interesting. A moment of reflection, a need to rethink. Perhaps there was a mild setback. Perhaps there was some form of response that makes you do a double take, or made you have to sit down and think a little bit. This is kind of one of those things where it's not failure, it's just more information. More information to perhaps change course of action. Okay, let's go a little deeper. What's going on? Where are you moving to? You're moving towards something that's going to make you happier. That's for sure. Queen of Swords, well, very strong position, probably is not quite as, well, I would say joyful as Queen of Cups, although very authoritative and very stern and very self-assured in the decisions that she makes. So, no bad place to be, that's for sure, but it might be nice to be a little joyful sometimes. Okay. So, clarifying, 8 of Wands, are you moving? Oh, back to Queen of Swords, interesting. Okay. Queen of Swords energy, lots of sword energy right now. Strong decision making. Apologies, this is not Queen of Swords. I always make the mistake with this deck. Okay, obviously. Similar cards in some ways, because it's strong decision making skills. This is Justice. That's a much more powerful card in some ways. Queen of Swords and King of Swords kind of, in my mind, kind of combine together to be Justice. The Justice is like bringing in both the numbers and the emotions, the intuition, the sense of morals, but also of practicality and ethics, and also kind of balancing the scales. Interesting. Perhaps your move is balancing the scales. In the past, clarifying. 2 of Swords. We have Ace of Pentacles. A new position. This could have been moving for work or for school. Your path towards financial well-being in some way. Could be moving to a partner as well, who is the breadwinner, but this could also just be you making your own way. Okay. And Two of Swords again. Wow, look at all this. Look at this. This is a pretty strong reading. Okay. We have Two of Swords, like really these decision makings, really important decision in the past that you just made. Interesting. Well, let's clarify the Queen of Cups. We have the Death card, a new beginning. Okay, this is definitely a new beginning, an end of an old cycle and a beginning of a new. Fascinating. And then we have Five of Swords with Five of Cups, another interesting sense of defeat and having to think through a situation. It's not failure, it's feedback, is what I want to say. This isn't failure, it's feedback. You're making big life changes. You might be moving, you might be taking on a new role. Whatever it is, it's fast-paced, and you're happy about it. But there might be some surprises along the way. I mean, in a new cycle, there's always a new learning experience. So, this is one of those things where you might rush in. You know, we do have the sense of the Ten of Swords. It's an end of a cycle, and there might be a new idea that's needed in order to move forward with this new environment that you are in. Let's go a little deeper. Okay. The bottom of the cards really wanted to come out today. Interesting. Okay, so clarifying. Eight of Wands and Justice. We have Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so these eights. You know, this does feel like a work-oriented reading, or at least a moving towards something of financial well-being, financial stability. In the past we have, Two of Swords again. Okay, there were some really big decisions you had to make in the past. Look at these, look at that. You have all three Two of Swords in the past positions. Clarifying Two of Swords and Queen of Swords, we have Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so we have some development here. Really fascinating. Clear sign to me that this is moving for work. You know, getting an offer for a better job. Apologies, group number one. We have some water running in the background, but I hope that doesn't bother you. I hope the sound doesn't even get picked up by the microphone. We'll see. Okay, so that's really interesting, right? We have this progression here. It's all pentacle oriented. At least on the surface, in the world that we're in. It's all very pentacle oriented. You want resources for some purpose. You know, hey, we all want money. And we all have different reasons for wanting that money. But this is definitely a path towards more prosperity, right? You know, but feel the feeling, the more ethereal element to this is one of joy. A lot of strong decision making, but also indecision towards a new path of making money and also balancing the scales a little bit. Perhaps you felt you weren't being paid well in your past job, and this is an opportunity to move into a new position, one that gives you significant pay increase or a significant status upgrade. That's the story being told here. This is a new beginning, and then we have this kind of surprise setback, but not necessarily that serious or that bad. Two of Wands. We will want to make sure that we know which path we're choosing well, and we make our decisions based in a logical way, one that has been thought out. Clarifying. Five of Swords, Five of Cups. We have Five of Cups again. Now this is quite a strong reading. I have not seen something like this in a while, where you have so many of the same cards along all the planes. Very fascinating. You know, we have a very strong theme of Pentacles being a driving force, but we also have, you know, this sense of like really important decisions being made in the past, leading to movement into a joyful new beginning, one that requires a lot of planning and thought, but then also a sense of, you know, interesting setback coming. But it's not bad, it's feedback. This might be one of those things where if you hear criticism, take it well. I would graciously accept criticism at this stage right now. If you're moving fast and you're here and you're happy about your new role, listen to people's feedback as much as possible, okay? And this is one of those cases where criticism isn't an insult. Criticism is a gift that gives you new perspectives and allows you to grow faster than you ever would be able to on your own. That's one of the things about criticism that people often don't understand. If you're able to set aside ego and really accept criticism, you have the capability of growing faster than you could possibly imagine. You will get new insights to truly accept and take the criticism. Don't say, okay, yeah, but. No buts. Take the criticism, thank the person giving it, and walk away and actually examine the criticism. Because this might be one of those times where if you receive feedback that seems like it hurts to receive, it might hurt. Sometimes criticism always hurts. But that hurt doesn't necessarily have to be an injury. That hurt can be a representation of growing pains. Think about it like that. Growing is also painful, not just injury. Growth is painful as well. And this is one of those times where if you can frame criticism that you receive more so as growing pains than as injury, you will be able to take those criticisms and mold it into something very powerful for you. I'm going to draw one more card. I feel like this needs one more card. Nothing's shown up. Okay. What do we got here? 5 of Cups again. Okay. Let's draw one more card. How about that? I have not seen something this strong before. Like, this is just like such a clear message, such a potent message. Let's draw from the golden cards. Okay. Oh, looks like we want 2. Okay, 3. We'll just take a look at these 3. Ooh, okay, 4. Let's just take a look at this. Okay, walking away from something that might have been here. Also moving on from something. A lot of choices. Devil, interesting. Okay, there's something holding. There's going to be something holding you back, okay? And maybe this is the criticism you need. Look for what's holding you back right now and accept that there is something holding you back, because there always is something that you can free yourself from, and force yourself to think about it. And what I mean by force yourself to think about it, I mean sit down and really close your eyes and just ask, what is holding me back from this feeling? What is holding me back from this feeling? And how can I free myself from it and get to this feeling? And it might not be an answer you want. It might not be something you want to hear, but it's something you need to hear. Interesting. Shall we end it here? No. We can't end it with like a lecture, right? With criticism. We gotta see a little ray of hope, right? Where is it at? Okay, 2 cards. There we go. We wanted hope, we got it. We got healing, we got Empress. You can become that Empress energy. You can become that star energy. You can become a star in this situation, for sure. One of healing power. Really, actually one where you might be put in the spotlight. If you're able to take the criticism. Okay. Good luck to you. Group number 1, become that star. Embody the Empress. You can do it. I believe in you. Make sure you subscribe so you can see more of me in the future. Take care. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Knight of Swords, the Grasshopper, or perhaps you chose based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, or Gemini. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to be drawing 5 cards to begin with. And 2 more cards. Okay. Great. So, group number 2, what's going on with you today? We have, in the current position, oh, that's awesome to see here. there's a new beginning here. A very new beginning. A new adventure. You've accepted the call. In the past, what was happening? Queen of Swords again, interesting, was there in the last reading. In the past position as well. A little bit farther away, though. And farther away, we have, having gone on a journey already. Perhaps you made an adventure of your own in the past, where you went and ventured off to explore or to scout out a new location. And the choice was now, do you take the leap and move there, or do you take the leap and go to a new location? This is an interesting cycle ending. You're going from Queen of Swords. You made decisions. You traveled. You learned. And you were able to make sound decisions based on that travel. But what's reinvigorating? What's starting fresh? In the future positions we have Two of Swords again. Wow, that was coming out in the last reading as well. And Seven of Wands. Fascinating. Okay, so new beginning. You're not sure if you want to go on this journey, or you're not sure which journey you want to go on. Where are you going? What kind of new exploration are you considering? Whatever it is, you might have to stand your ground on it to actually go forward with it. There might be some obstacle in your path towards making your way on this new adventure. Let's see what that might be. Let's go a little deeper. Okay. Ooh. We'll draw from a different deck here. Very specific cards seem to want to pop out right now. Great. Clarifying. The Fool. We have Eight of Swords. We're saying there might be some barrier to going off on this new adventure. But that barrier is within the self. You're able to free yourself. You know, the Eight of Swords is a figure that's wrapped not so tightly and is only blind to the fact that she can walk away from the situation. She feels surrounded, but she's actually capable of walking straight forward and freeing herself. Past position clarifying Queen of Swords. We have the Hanged Man. Another sense of feeling stifled, stagnant, not able to move. But the choice is also up to the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man can free themselves at any moment. There's a sense of enlightenment to them. They are going to let themselves free at the right moment. In the farther past, we have Page of Wands. Yeah, definitely interesting. We have two Page of Wands there. Wow, okay. Very strong readings lately. There's a strong energy, isn't there? Fascinating. Okay, we might read Page of Wands. I want to look into that a little bit more. Clarifying Two Swords. We have strength. Be strong in your decision. Base it on what you know is right. If there's pressure to do something you're not sure about, don't let it sway you. Base it on your heart. Base it on your soul. Okay, Nine of Swords. Interesting. This looks like a challenging moment. And actually, it's interesting. This is very similar. Well, not exactly. But this challenge in this area right now seems to be similar to reading number 1. Let's read Page of Wands. We're going to read two interpretations of Page of Wands, okay? Because we're getting two different Page of Wands. Okay. This page has creative potential, but has not quite decided yet where to put his energy, inclined to bursts of enthusiasm, rather than a sustained effort towards a goal. He will need guidance to fully realize his gifts and use them wisely. That's this card. What about the other Page of Wands, huh? You have an idea and want to take action, but you're unsure of where to start. You need to assess the details and break them down one by one to take smaller actions to support the bigger picture. You are ready to step into the unknown, courageously, in order to make your dreams come true. Well, that makes sense. We also have the Fool, which is absolutely stepping into the unknown courageously. New sun shining. I mean, this looks like you went on an adventure. Maybe some things did come in fits and starts, but you did learn a lot. You became wiser through this experience. You know, you might have done it with a partner of some sort, maybe a friend. I like to say that you might have traveled with a friend or met up with a friend during travel. And there might have been a lot of lessons learned through meeting with these friends. It might not have been traveling, but it might have been going someplace to an event with friends. And now you felt trapped in some way. You know, you might have felt like your place within the friend group or your position in whatever situation you're currently in is one of stagnancy. But look, you know, we have some dynamic energy here. You know, it looks like some form of standing your ground, perhaps sleepless nights, perhaps in a way that's not necessarily one of sadness, but rather one of keeping you might just have so much energy, you're working on projects that are keeping you up later. But be strong. If there's any influence, outside influence, trying to sway you to do something you're not sure about, stay strong. Seriously. True to your heart. Look at that hero. Bring the lion out within you. Don't allow anyone else to sway that energy towards their goals. Bring the lion out within you. Let's clarify this a little more and go a little deeper. Okay, well, you know what? That's funny how the tower likes to come out like that, huh? Ooh, but revealing. Did you see that? Oh, okay. You know what? We're just going to show these cards. We'll leave this one here. Here. Okay. So the tower, if you didn't notice, burst forth, like it always does, fell to the ground, revealing itself. A big spark, a surprise, some kind of giant sea change, some real explosive energy here. But if you noticed, what was hidden behind was another spark, a creative spark, one of drive, of hustle, of movement, of energy, capable of really putting in hustling energy, really working hard, grinding it out, because there's this very strong creative potential here. What's this? That's going to be interesting. Okay, in the past, just to clarify, we have, of course, we have the Three of Cups, friendships, reuniting. Perhaps you were with friends. This could have been you were at a concert during the summer, maybe more recently, or you might have traveled and met up with friends, reunited with old friends. That's interesting. You had to make a really strong decision to go on your own in some ways. What's going on with the Page of Cups, or the Knight of Cups, sorry. There's a joyful energy to this, though. This isn't necessarily a negative. This is just one of those things where, you had fun. You did have fun. But now there's something else here. You need to break free of something else. And you're starting this new journey. I mean, actually, this is one of those where this position might not be seen yet. It's at the top, but this is more what you see, honestly. And this is more what's driving you underneath. This big spark, some shocking revelation. What's happening? Page of Swords. Yeah, we have this movement thing here. Okay, and it's interesting with Page of Wands, which is more fits and starts, and then we have Page of Swords, which is just like rushing in way too early. But it's a good energy. It's a good energy to have. But you might want to just don't let people push you into that position. If this is from an internal sense of need or want or desire, something that burns brightly in you, great. Be careful, but great. But if this is someone trying to sway you to go rush into a situation, no way. No way. Stand your ground here. Yeah, stand your ground. Hold on to the core of what you know is right. Stand your ground. Don't let any outside influences sway you in what the path you want to take is. Your path is your path alone. You choose it. You choose to go on it. You know, you might have someone calling you on an adventure, but you'll know if it's the right choice to make because it's aligned with your vision and your light. I love how the tower pops out like that. So, this happened before, like recently, where the tower just flew out and revealed itself right in the middle. Some shocking revelation that gives you that stroke, that eureka moment, stroke of genius, I should say. That like, eureka, that's it, that's what I need to do. Okay, break free of those swords, they're not holding you back. The ideas that were holding you back, no, you got good decisions. You've learned from having gone. You've learned something from an experience recently. And you know what? You got the Knight of Swords here. Got a lot of swords energy, but the idea is to stay strong to yourself and to believe in yourself because your core values are going to be important here. Okay, group number 2. Subscribe to this channel so I can see you again soon. I wish you the best of luck on this new adventure, this new journey. Take care. Hey, group number 3. You chose 3 of Pentacles alongside the Ant, or perhaps you chose based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whether it be Sagittarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, or Cancer. I hope you're doing well today. Group number 3. You know, I like the Ant with the 3 of Pentacles. It has a nice theme of specialized grouping, you know, everyone, it takes a village kind of energy. You need some worker ants, you need some, you know, fighting ants, you need the queen, you need the royal caretakers. You know, every ant kind of serves a different role. There's different categories. Different specialties. And 3 of Pentacles is, you know, can mean working together to build that cathedral. You know, you need the architect, you need the engineer, you need the financier, you need everything. You need every kind of role in order to build that spectacular project of yours. So, what are you building, group number 3? Current position. You're pondering something. Page of Pentacles. You know, it's interesting. We have 3 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Perhaps this is involving work or finances. In the past, we have 5 of Pentacles. You know, maybe in the past you experienced some, you know, sense of scarcity in some ways, where you wanted something and you didn't have the resources to attain it. Justice, in the far past. You know, perhaps there was like some kind of rebalancing in the past that didn't really work out well, or kind of reminded you that you might want to work a little harder for what you are looking for. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, working a little harder, right? King of Wands energy, that's entrepreneurial spirit. You know, someone who starts their own business, someone who has creative drive, someone who hustles, works really hard. You know, that the Wands are an interesting suit. They're in historic times, they were representing the peasants, but also like the ones who were really, you know, they were the class, one of the classes. When you move up to Pentacles, you're talking more about merchants, you know, tradesmen. But the King of Wands is someone who, like, you know, starts from the bottom and rises to the top, is able to really grind their way up from a point of, you know, maybe having not had much in terms of resources in the past, but really becoming capable of producing extraordinary amounts of wealth through their ingenuity and hard work. And in the final future position, we have 5 of Wands. A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. Perhaps a little bit of having to negotiate as well. Well, right now, this looks like not much of a romantic story, but one of hard work. But who knows, maybe you're working for someone or for something, some kind of place and time in the future where you can have that romance. I don't know why romance popped in my mind, but it does feel like a lot of these readings are more goal, work-oriented lately, at least in today's readings. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's dive a little deeper. Okay. And there. Clarifying Page of Pentacles. We have Knight of Wands. Movement, kind of fits and starts, but really, moving forward. Interesting. Really driving forward. Perhaps you are creating some kind of project to make money. You're moving on from something. I would say it's moving on from a sense of scarcity. You can produce on your own. You can create your wealth. Whatever happened in the past. A Hermit. Interesting. So we have the Hermit with Justice. Very strong beginning to this story, huh? And perhaps there was like some internal shifting. You were really kind of coming to terms with something big happened in the past that like determined an outcome for you. And it wasn't the best, but you had to move forward, you had to move on, and you had to rethink. What are you going to do? Are you going to do something that you were doing in the past? Maybe, I want to say this almost might be, perhaps you had a project that didn't get approved. For whatever reason, something didn't get approved. And you were working on your own. Something didn't get approved, okay. High Priestess had to make an appearance today, of course. High Priestess. This is High Priestess season. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I see High Priestess in every day's reading at least once. And High Priestess really has a really strong combination with King of Wands. Really taking an intuitive approach, realizing like what you need to do, and like really moving and navigating to create something that's going to provide you with fulfillment. And clarifying the Five of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles, of course. How could we not see the King of Pentacles in a reading like this, huh? Yeah, this is quite the working to starting at King of Wands energy, which is extraordinary, starting from the bottom, working all the way up to a point of owning your means of wealth, owning your way of producing for yourself. This doesn't necessarily have to be working on your own. This can be working in an office, but you're this character, this figure is one who is the go-to person, who solves problems, who figures out a way to move forward with whatever the group is trying to accomplish. This is a creative, clever energy, one who really can bring forward solutions and results. Moving into a King of Pentacles position is one who can manage the resources that someone acquired through having a King of Wands energy. Combining the two is very potent and powerful. And in a situation like this might be one where there are some forces at play that might be opposing you. And when I say forces, I mean there might be competitors in the space. There might be someone else vying for the position you want to get. Or this might be, other departments lobbying for a greater piece of the pie. But this kind of energy, having these all together, is quite an intense, strong combination, capable of really, really driving forward whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Very strong energy here. And now just because they're kings doesn't mean this doesn't apply specifically masculine, although it is masculine energy. We all contain masculine and feminine energy within us. Anima and animus. All right. So, let's dive a little deeper. Okay. Clarifying. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Look at that. This is your internal drive, is to get here. To Ten of Cups. Look at that. Whether it's the actual representation of family or the sensation of that warmth of having something like this environment for you. We have, Four of Cups, clarifying the Eight of Cups and Five of Pentacles. And I would say that this does seem rather appropriate. It looks like one where you feel like you don't have enough, right? You have these 3 of cups and they might be empty, but look what's coming in the background you don't even see. A new cup, a new idea, a new wellspring of inspiration, of creativity, and of emotional drive, allowing you to really move forward like the Knight of Wands into the King of Wands energy. Clarifying justice and the Hermit. This is a rather interesting beginning. 6 of Cups. Okay, so we have someone handing over a cup. Friendship, nostalgia. This is mysterious to me, this beginning pile right here, this beginning column. It does feel like perhaps this was an expectation of accomplishing something that didn't happen the way one wanted, but now we're getting some friendship storyline here, some relationship storyline in here. Perhaps you were expecting that you put a lot of effort into a relationship and you didn't get what you were hoping for back. I'm not sure. I mean, that's when I say relationship, I'm not really talking about romantic one here. This seems more like perhaps you put a lot of effort and work into a department of some sort, or maybe there is like a coworker you really trusted, and it might not have been a betrayal or anything, but it could have been some, just basically maybe you had a good rapport with your boss and they're like, sorry, just not this, like you're not going to be able to get a promotion, or maybe a good rapport with a professor or a teacher and they're like, I'm sorry, like we can't give you that A. I don't know. Interesting. This would be one I'd like to unpack sometime if I had more time, but it is late, so I'm not going to be able to spend reading each card here. But the general intuitive feeling I get is one of, you thought you had a good rapport and you thought you had developed enough of a good relationship to move to a next level in some manner or form. However, it didn't work out. But it wasn't a flat-out rejection. It was more so a not yet feeling, and a feeling of not having enough in a certain situation, not getting enough. And then we move into, a spark of inspiration, contemplation, but also just moving forward and saying, I'm just going to go forward and I'm going to make it on my own. I'm going to figure it out because I want to feel this. And actually embodying that. Embodying that creative, solution-driven person. Someone who really can command a room, create, and really inspire people to work tough on a specific goal, like a group effort. Through intuition, really. Through intuition. Clarifying, King of Wands, High Priestess. We have Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, there's more pentacles here. This is that movement towards producing and really getting an income of some sort, an acquirement of resources in some way. And this is very good management of resources. And then we have, some celebration here. 4 of Wands. Oh, sorry guys. Establishing some strong foundation, I see. This is a very good beginning to a story. This is something where, I'm not sure what was happening in the past exactly, but leading forward, you're taking command of yourself and your fate, really. You're taking command of the results that you're going to receive. You're working hard, you're thinking creatively, and you're slowly, intuitively developing solution-driven decisions, leading to a point where you might have to compete, but you have a strong result, one where you're going to be managing more resources in the future, and it is going to be a cause for celebration. Group number 3. Remember the team. You might want to get to that leadership role as soon as possible, and I can't blame you, I understand. You feel like you deserve that position, and you do. But remember that it takes every person's effort in a group to really elevate the results of a project. As long as everyone is dedicated to this project, you can really just build anything, as long as everyone has the proper skills and knows how to work together. Appreciate those who work around you, even if you're not, maybe even if they're the person who said, now you're not getting that role yet. Remember that they have their own thing. They're seeing a lot that you might not see. But once you prove yourself, and you seem to be proving yourself in this story, then you will fit within the team in a way that is really, really appreciated, especially if it's the leadership role, which it looks like it might be. At the very least, you will have command over your responsibilities in a way that really gives you a sense of assuredness and security. Okay, group number 3. It's been a pleasure. Subscribe so you can see more of me in the future, and take care.